I'm on Barnsbury Road in Islington, just south of the junction of Copenhagen Street, almost outside one of the favourite points of examiners at the carriage office on the Knowledge of London. Just the other side of that green traffic light is the Young Actors Theatre, which they like asking because it's a very difficult place to set down or leave. The reason it's difficult is the junction just in front of us. You've got that central island there, which means that if I was coming up from this direction, I couldn't actually set that down on the right because the island's in the way. And there's also the problem that if I was coming from the other direction and I wanted to head either west or north, there's a no right turn sign just at those lights in front of us. If I was coming south, I wouldn't be allowed to turn right into Copenhagen Street, so I would have to use the back streets to turn that around. First thing I'm going to do is look at the set down if I was coming up from the south, as I am, in how to spin all the way around to come back down Barnsbury Road and set down the Young Actors Theatre on the left. So away I go. I'm going to be going up Barnsbury Road, a quick flick right left, right into Richmond Avenue, left into Thornhill Road, then left Ripplevale Grove, right Lambert Street, right Lofting Road. That brings me back out right onto Thornhill Road, and then back on that flick again, right Richmond Avenue, left Barnsbury Road, and that brings me back down to the Young Actors Theatre, which will then be on my left. Up Barnsbury Road I go, and the quick right-left flick right into Richmond Avenue and left into Thornhill Road. Malvern Terrace on the left, the Albion pub on the right, and left into Ripplevale Grove we go. Forced right into Lambert Street. Right into Lofting Road. And right back into Thornhill Road. Barnsbury Gallery on the left, just before we get to Ripplevale Grove. Albion Mews on the left, and back past the Albion pub again. Right Richmond Avenue, left Barnsbury Road, Barnard Park on the right, quite a few entrances to that. And the Young Actors Theatre now on our left. Problems also apply if I was to be coming down here, and for some reason, having picked up at the Young Actors Theatre, I wanted to go back west or north. Obviously I can't turn right into Copenhagen Street, so what I would do was to use this little council block just down here on the right as a roundabout, really, just to turn around. So leave the Young Actors Theatre on the left, Barnsbury Road I go, and from here I go right into Maygood Street, then left and left into Eckford Street, and right again onto Barnsbury Road, right into Maygood Street, left into Eckford Street, which is one way, Mr. Volkswagen driver. Plenty of the Islington chapter of the Nigerian Gestapo out this morning, issuing tickets to all and sundry. Well, they don't issue tickets for one-way streets. Eckford Street, looking at Islington Police Station on the south side of Tolpuddle Street in front of us. You can set that on the left or the right. They do like asking Islington Police Station. And from here, obviously, I'm going to turn left back into Barnsbury Road. And from there, I could turn left onto Copenhagen Street and head west or north, if that was the direction I wanted to go, if I was leaving the Young Actors Theatre, having picked up heading south. In reality, you probably wouldn't use this as a turnaround if you were a cab driver with a punter in the back, because obviously it doesn't look too good 3 or 4 minutes after you've picked up the punter, going back past the precise place you picked the punter up at. You continue south down Barnsbury Road into Penton Street, then take your next legal right, which is a through road, which is Donegal Street, right Rodney Street, and then back left onto Winford Road, which takes you out onto Caledonian Road, and no restrictions from there. But as I say, that's the turnaround they want you to call at the carriage office, Maygood and Eckford. And that brings us back to this junction of Copenhagen Street and Barnsbury Road. The other point they like asking up here is Cloudesley Square, for similar reasons, because it's difficult to get into. I'm going to get into that now. You have to get into that by Copenhagen Street and Cloudesley Road. There's no other way of getting in to Cloudesley Square. 3 arms of the access roads leading into Cloudesley Square are blocked. So to get into Cloudesley Square, you get in via Copenhagen Street, left into Cloudesley Road, and turn right into the only arm of the 4 arms leading off Cloudesley Square from which you can get access on a motor vehicle. Crown Pub on the corner as I turn into Cloudesley Square. The Celestial Church of Christ in front of us. Sounds a send money now or bad things will happen to you operation. And round Cloudesley Square we go. Stonefield Street on the left, that's blocked off. Can't get out of that at the end. That particular arm of Cloudesley Square on our left also blocked off. Can't get out onto Liverpool Road there. And Cloudesley Street also blocked off, can't get out there. So you've got to leave Cloudesley Square by this arm that leads back out on the Cloudesley Road. You can turn south back to Copenhagen Street, but if you want to head northeast from Cloudesley Square, you've got to do this, which is also a reasonable turnaround from the Young Actors Theatre. If you were heading north towards the Young Actors Theatre with that turnaround I've just done involving Ripplevale Grove, you could turn right into Copenhagen Street, left into Cloudesley Road, and do what I've just done here, which is go right into Richmond Avenue, left into Lonsdale Square, Lonsdale Square 2-way on both sides, and at the top of Lonsdale Square turn left into Barnsbury Street, which brings us back onto Thornhill Road, and if we want then back down Barnsbury Road via that little right Richmond Avenue left Barnsbury Road flick to set down at the Young Actors Theatre on the left. But out of Lonsdale Square back to Barnsbury Street, Islington South Labour Party down there on the right, that's Jeremy Corbyn's constituency office, and they do ask that quite a lot, always have done, even before Jeremy Corbyn became leader of Her Majesty's opposition. But I'm going to go left into Barnsbury Street, Thornhill Road in front of us, and if I was to turn right onto Thornhill Road, which actually I'm going to do, this leads me up to Eckford Road, Barnsbury Square on the left is a point they ask quite a bit. Bewdley Street on the right, that leads back out to Liverpool Road, no restrictions there. But at the top of Thornhill Road is Eckford Road. And that leads, if I turned left, down to Caledonian Road. No restrictions out onto Caledonian Road. And if I turned right, out onto Liverpool Road, no restrictions there either. I'm turning left onto Eckford Road. Hemmingford Arms pub on the corner of Eckford Road and Hemmingford Road, they tend to ask that quite a bit. Left into Hemmingford Road, where President Blair used to reside when he was the humble leader of Her Majesty's opposition. The Sunday restaurant they do ask as well on the right, just before the corner of Huntingdon Street. I'm going to turn into Huntingdon Street. And go left into Crescent Street. St Andrew's Church in front of me. Thornhill Crescent. Two-way, you can use either arm of this to get back to Thornhill Square, which is the start of Run 2 of the Knowledge of London, Thornhill Square, down to Queen Square in Bloomsbury. So that's just a run around of a few of the points, and principally the turnarounds involving Cloudesley Square and the Young Actors Theatre at the start of Run 2 of the Knowledge of London, Thornhill Square to Queen Square.